Hello one and all, and welcome back aboard the home of the Hype Train and its dedicated football team, Hype Train FC. After 5 games of action in October, the only competitive football we as a club saw so far during the 2020-21 season, we're closing out 2020 with a final highlights package of a deeply frustrating year for everyone involved in grassroots football, as we hosted Phoenix Old Boys, EBFL Division 2 outfit, in the first round of the Maidenhead Norfolkian Cup at Calcott Recreation. After a 1-0 win over Wokingham and Embrook's development squad last time out, we were looking to take this momentum into the game in what we all predicted would be our last taste of competitive action in the calendar year due to the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. Lining up in our green Kitlocker power-up kit for the occasion, we started again with Chris Marshall in goal due to Jack Grosh still being unavailable. We then lined up with the same back four of Robert Austin, Marin Pendorf, Martin King and Rod Stevens from the previous week against Wokingham, whilst the spine of midfield remained the same too, with Colin Sekemchi, Callum Fox-Spence and Sam Bolwell all in starting roles in central midfield. Jamie Carter and John Watkins were out wide to support Phil Newport in attack, whilst we had Sammy Seville and Dom Clark joined by Joe Sawyer on the substitutes bench as we look for back-to-back cup wins to end October. Ready for kickoff? If you like the content we produce here at the Hype Train and at Hype Train FC, make sure to like this video, hit that subscribe button and check out our team on our dedicated website, hypetrainfc.com. First half was all action for the home team as we looked to establish an early lead against Phoenix Old Boys, with our first chance coming when we recycle the ball and get it out to the right hand side. The ball falls out to John Watkins after a nice 1-2 with Phil Newport, with Watkins able to take a run at goal. He finds himself in an advantageous position and crosses the ball. It beats the first man and it's out for a clearance eventually. It's from the right hand side again that we build some momentum in the game as we look to tussle with Phoenix Old Boys for the ball. Eventually the ball falls out to their right back, who is able to recycle the ball home. We got Phil charging the goalkeeper down and he's unable to get a clearance. The ball trickles and falls in between the defender, who's unable to clear, and Callum Fox-Spence, who takes it round his man and hits a left footed shot, but it goes over the bar. Once again, the same old story down the right hand side. We're looking to win back possession and we do that successfully. We look to take the quick throw, and with Rod throwing a quick ball into Phil, who's breaking lines of their defenders. Phil cuts back to Sam Bolwell, who's charging into the box, but the cut back goes straight through Sam's legs as he's unable to get the shot in. It's been all green in the early stages of the first half as we can't seem to get the ball in there at this stage. We eventually win the ball back with Colin Sekemchi doing well to control and chest before playing it into Callum. There's a nice 1-2 and another 1-2 as Callum charges down the right hand side. He's got a few options forward and he decides to eventually cut back to Phil Newport, who squares up for Collins to shoot, but Collins' effort goes wayward. Trying to make an opportunity count in the game, we have another opportunity form on the right hand side. A ball is flicked in over the top for Callum Fox-Spence to run and chase onto, with Callum winning the ball, but his shot is unfortunately a bit wayward as he's seen a bit of pressure from a defender. We're liking a bit of a gallop down the right hand side in the first half, and it's what we go to again as Rod Stevens plays a ball in over the top. Phoenix's left back wins the first header, though their player in midfield is unable to win the ball as John wins the second. John then plays in Phil Newport, who's got Akers to run into in the box. He's got a man at the back post and a man to square back to. I think he plays the wrong ball here as he goes for the far post with the ball going out. This time from Chris Marshall's hands in goal, we've got an opportunity to break on Phoenix, who have come forward. Again, we play in a ball over the top and we're running at goal. We've got a man over with Phil running at goal again. The cross does come in eventually, but is blocked for a corner. Standing over the set piece is Roddy as he looks to whip in a ball at the far or near post. The ball comes in and John Watkins connects well with a first time volley, and the Phoenix Old Boys team scramble the ball away at the second attempt. Huffing and puffing without blowing that door down, we're still looking to get into this one with Roddy crossing the ball from the right hand side. There's 2 charging men at this one, but the goalkeeper is able to pick up after it goes through both. We're midway through the first half at this stage and Rod Stevens has stood over another corner. We're still looking for that elusive first goal that's eluded us so far, with the corner coming in. It's flashed into the middle of the goal with Martin King getting a strong headed connection onto the ball. It's his second goal for the club and his first goal of the season. Looking to stamp some authority into the game, Colin Sekemchi and myself were playing around in midfield, looking for a ball in over the top. The ball doesn't get anywhere though as it's blocked, and I'm able to recycle the ball out to Martin King, who's playing centre back. Martin goes into midfield and finds the feet of Rod Stevens, who takes one touch, setting it and then crossing in. A defender for Phoenix Old Boys misses the header and falls out to Sam Bolwell, who's able to set for a shot, but it's blocked away again. Phoenix Old Boys goalkeeper had a long kick on him, especially as we were playing against the wind in the first half, but Marin does well to win a header. Martin then clears his lines and Collins then lumps the ball up the field with Phil Newport, who's onside, chasing. He's got a couple of defenders in his tow, but Phil's dragged down for a free kick about 30 yards out. Standing over the free kick, Rod Stevens has an opportunity here to whip one at goal, with his effort going about 3 or 4 yards over the bar. This time, Chris Marshall, who's been a perennial figure in this game, is able to play out to Marin at the back, and we're able to build an attack right from the goalkeeper. Marin plays out into midfield, and the ball falls out to Sam Bolwell, who sets and releases John Watkins down the right-hand side well. John's charging towards goal, but there's no conviction with his effort as the ball trickles wide. Up until this point, we've had a good majority of possession and we've had the large chunk of chances in the game, but we've been unable to get that second goal. This time the ball is recycled right again, which is a familiar old story in the first half, and again Phoenix Old Boys are unable to clear away. Phil Newport does really well to control an effort, and his shot's about 3 or 4 yards over, but it was a good effort. The old saying in football is that you've got to take your chances or you're going to get punished eventually, and that saying came true just before half time for the team as Phoenix Old Boys collect a ball that was cleared initially. The ball falls out to their player and it trickles under a few players and the goalkeeper for the equalising effort. To remedy the goal that we conceded just before half-time, Chris Marshall has the ball at his feet and he's able to get a long ball down the field. Playing into the wind here, Phoenix Old Boys don't judge the bouncing ball well and it allows Phil Newport to run through. He toes the ball eventually and it goes about half a centimetre wide to keep the score at 1-1. Switching to our side camera on the left hand side, we have another opportunity to build some pressure on the Phoenix Old Boys goal here, with Phil Newport collecting a throw in well. Phil's charged and hurried down by a couple of Phoenix Old Boys players who are unable to clear the ball. It comes out to Roddy, who plays a nice little 1-2 with Sammy Seville, and the ball that goes in eventually falls to Roddy's feet, but the linesman flags for offside and Roddy lets him know exactly what he thinks about it. I've bleeped it just because it's not made for censors. It's another set piece for the team, with Rod stood over another corner kick and he whips the ball into the middle of the goal. Their defender does well to clear the ball and Martin King at the edge of the box can get in a shot, but it's blocked away. Phoenix attempt to clear the ball, but Collins Akemchi's unimpeded as he's got time to turn and cut in, and eventually he'll look up and he'll find a pass out for Dom Clark on the opposite flank, who chests down for Sam Bolwell to hit a shot. Phoenix's player then has an opportunity to run down the wing unopposed as it's a 2-on-3 situation here. The ball trickles out to their forward and in between Marin, and their player is able to stab on towards goal. He then stabs an effort over Chris Marshall that bounces in off the crossbar and into the net for Phoenix's lead. Having just gone ahead in the game, Phoenix Old Boys here have an opportunity to go ahead even further, and it's really one for the blooper reel. Phoenix Old Boys pinch possession back quite high up the pitch, and there's a cut back towards their number 17 who's charging at goal. He's about 1 yard out and misses an absolute sitter. Acting quickly from a dead ball situation, Marin Pendoff does well to find Sammy Seville on the right hand side, and he's got Phil Newport and Sam Bolwell in support. The two Sammys are in support of Phil as Phil charges towards goal and he picks his moment. He eventually feeds in Bolwell, who takes one touch in and unleashes a shot that rattles off the crossbar and it's still in play. We've looked threatening from dead balls all afternoon from corners, with Rod Stevens whipping in another one. The ball comes in and the Phoenix Old Boys defender flicks it away from goal, but it's only just over the bar. Still chasing the game, we've had to change shape and unfortunately unravels for us as the second half wears on with a dead ball from Phoenix. The ball comes out to one of their players at the edge of the box who collects and unleashes a shot. It again falls in off the crossbar and out to one of their poaching players who gets the third goal of the afternoon, leaving us with a massive uphill battle. From the left-hand side, we're able to play in Dom Clark for a throw-in, with Dom doing well to shrug off a couple of defenders, and he's able to get in across. Sammy Seville's charging the cross down, but he misses it by about half a centimetre, with the ball still in play. Roddy picks it up, and he's able to whip in a ball at the back post, looking for Dom. Dom's effort is stabbed towards goal, but it just goes wide. This time we've got a throw-in down the left-hand side, and Sam doesn't pick up that we've got another ball in play as Sam Bolwell takes a shot from the edge of the box. It's cleared and it falls out to Martin King, who's pushed in the back by the goalkeeper, who's looking to collect the ball. The referee opts for a corner kick instead of a penalty. This time another floated effort from Rod Stevens comes all the way in, and it looks like it goes all the way in as the ball looks like it's crossed the line, but the referee plays on. The ball's bounced back in from Dom Clark, and eventually they're able to clear their lines. From another dead pool situation here, we've got an opportunity to whip the ball in with actually the last kick of the game, but the ball goes through to the goalkeeper. This marks the end of the game with a good win for Phoenix Old Boys in what was our last competitive outing in 2020. We finally got around to posting this video in mid-February of 2021, and unfortunately we're no closer to the grassroots football returning, with our last game being held on Halloween of 2020. It looks like that the grassroots football season, if it is to return, will only be played at the end of April and May, which gives us a limited time to get in football, but we won't know until there's further government guidelines until then. Until then, I just want to wish everybody that watches these videos, as well as all the players and club officials from our team and others, the best of health in this ongoing time. It's not been the best for grassroots football, but we're looking forward to resuming football later on in the year, whenever that may be. Until then, believe the hype.